I knew I couldn't dine at the table of Tolkien discourse if I didn't bring a hot dish of book-learnin', and despite my lifelong obsession with the movies, I never actually sat down and read the books. So about a week ago, I decided to careen stupidly through Middle-earth. I read all of it, in 7 days. It was like trying to shotgun a bottle of expensive wine. It was like trying to ride a bike up a sheer cliff. It was like swimming laps in a wave pool full of honey. It became my entire day. I turned a lavish escapist fantasy into a job for clicks. Now that that's all done, I can say with some authority that I really like dwarves. In fact, they're pretty much the only part of the Rings of Power that I liked. It's just every part of the show is a big old cliche. Like in the first episode, almost all of the main characters have a scene where they're like,
I want to get out there and see the world.
And then an authority figure responds,
Now there's no such thing as the world. There's only right here in the place where we are.
There are other little movie classics like, You smell. No, I don't. Covertly sniffs self. And generally, when the characters aren't dumping exposition, they're just spouting Hallmarkisms.
But that seems so simple.
The most important truths often are.
That's actually beautiful, and the important message makes me thinking too as well. I don't mean to sound like I hated this. And I'm not predetermined to. I just hope it slows down. So far everything feels rushed, which is kind of odd when your source material is famously, leisurely. But the result of that slow pace is that Middle-earth feels real. I can visit the Shire in my brain whenever I want. When I close my eyes, I see Bilbo. And he's smoking me out. So I'm publishing this video today, but I went ahead and watched the third episode this morning. I wouldn't say it's improved as much as I would say that it hasn't. One thing that was kind of cool this episode is that we learned that the motto of the Numenor Navy is, the sea is always right.
The sea is always right!
The sea is always right!
That's just dumb enough to keep me watching, so check back in a few weeks and we'll talk about episodes 3 and 4 of The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, which, by the way, what a title. Lord of the Rings. Which rings? The Rings of Power. Oh, now I understand.